Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness to the YouTube channel. Whenever there is a cough, it is Peter Obi and Obedient Movement. Whenever there is laughter, it is Peter Obi and the Obedient Movement. Everything that ever happens around Nigeria in this election period, it is always the Obedient Movement or Peter Obi. He looks as if he's the center of the whole stage. But as we speak, something is happening in Tinubu's camp, and again, they have laid the bulk of the blame on Peter Obi and his movement. But the question is, why? And ever since the Labour Party woman leader was assassinated in Kaduna, the Labour Party are not letting anything to chance, as they know that injustice to one is injustice to all, and they've decided to call out Governor Nisa Elrufai of Kaduna State, and this is what the obedient Labour Party chieftain has got to say. And of course, in another news as well, the youth also have reacted after Peter Obi asked them if they are tired of Nigeria, and this is what they also have to say. We're going to wrap all this news very quickly into one, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it to the bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's start with what happened some hours ago and why it's the whole bulk blame is on the Obedient Movement. The All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council PCC has said that Bola Tinubu, presidential candidate of the ruling party, is presently in Abuja and not in the United States of America. A statement made as at late Tuesday night by the PCC Director of Media and Publicity, Bayo Onanuga, obtained said a viral photograph showing Tinubu and the US President Joe Biden in talks at the White House is the latest in the series of misinformation. He blamed the deception on supporters of Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party. We cannot just fathom the purpose of this mischief and the falsehood which emanated from the rapid followers of Peter Obi. The apparently photoshopped image surfaced as a Tuesday night on the heels of news that Asiwaju went back on foreign trip this weekend. Although America was listed among his destinations, according to an unofficial report that was widely shared, we can confirm that the APC presidential candidate was in Abuja all through Tuesday. He was in Abuja on Monday as well, and he has no need to leave Nigeria like some candidates do. Tinubu will be traveling to Bayelsa for a rally on Thursday, and according to the party's campaign program, he is not scheduled to travel outside the country until the weekend for speaking engagements. His first port of call will be Chatham House in London, where he will speak on his action plan for Nigeria, Onanuga said. Of course, Nigerians are wondering what is the correlation between Peter Obi, Obedient Movement, and a Photoshop photograph, so to speak, promoting Asiwaju in the light of having international affiliation and even endorsement from the United States, of which they themselves have decided to debunk, saying that those photographs are Photoshop, is nominating from them that is actually Obedient Movement. I don't get it, doesn't follow, doesn't add up. Why would the Obedient Movement do a Photoshop that will promote the people, the very person or the people that do not want to ascend the throne of Asorok? If there's any Photoshop they would even easily have done, personal opinion now, would have just been a case of making Photoshop of even Peter Obi, having talks with Joe Biden. But the question is, why would they even want to do that? Peter Obi have the capacity, really, literally, to even have talks with Joe Biden, because eventually when he becomes the president, by the grace of God, if the Lord wills it, of course, that will not be a Herculean task. Of course, in another news, very quickly, the spokesman of Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, Kenneth Okonkwo, has said that Kaduna State Governor Nisa Elrufai should be held responsible for the death of Labour Party leader Mrs. Victoria Chindex, if the perpetrators are not apprehended immediately. Report had it that an LP woman leader was shot dead on Monday night by UGM, who reportedly broke into her residence at about 8 p.m. The ugly development has been generating reactions across the country as many link the incident to politics, alleging that she was killed by thugs hired by a rival party. Similarly, Kenneth Okonkwo, while reacting to the incident in a tweet on his official social media handle, said Elrufai, as the chief security officer of the state, that's CSO, should be blamed for the assassination if the killers are not arrested. He wrote, and I quote, "The Labour Party woman leader in Kaduna, Victoria Chindex, was on Monday 28 November shot dead by suspected assassins. The APC governor of Kaduna State, Elrufai, should be held responsible for her death as the CSO if the killers are not apprehended immediately." Well, he makes a lot of sense, but the truth is, this is Nigeria. It's not as easy as you think. Well, it can be if it's a functional country in Senate claims, but this is Nigeria where a lot of things are allowed to play, a lot of things are allowed to slide, and it's a case of Labour Party jumping into action just so that it does not become a regular occurrence. I can still remember PDP also had a fair share in Borno State where they had to call out saying that their convoy was attacked by who they believed is their rival. In fact, all fingers were actually looking at APC. Also in the same northern part of the country, I think Gombe, I'm not so sure of the exact state right now. They also have issues where the police were called in to arrest the PDP chieftain, of which PDP didn't find it funny that that's the all ruling all Progressive Congress party, ruling party, are actually capitalizing on the fact that they have access to some of this architecture to intimidate their chieftain. So this is politics. All is fair, unfortunately, in Nigerian politics. Okay, but let's find out the question Peter Obi asked Nigerian youth that Nigerian youth answered very seriously. Well, according to the news, Peter Obi asked the Nigerian youth on a tweet. He said, and I quote, he said, "It depends on you. Are you tired of being tired of this country?" Is a question Peter Obi is asking Nigerians living in Nigeria. Then it's time to act. Let's make the office of the enlightened citizen the highest office in the land. It's time to take back your country. And honestly, that's how we see it. And until you see it in this light, you will not know it's a country worth fighting for. For some of us who do not know, some of these politicians are actually friends. Politics to them is a game, it's not a do or die affair. But it's their fans that they're fans, they're thugs, they're supporters that go about killing themselves. These guys protect themselves. They are good for just a few days ago. FFK saw Dino Malai and they hugged and chatted and had fun. And if you see them on social media, it's as if the day they will meet, they will throw blows, they'll be at loggerheads. In fact, they will throw punches at each other. It didn't happen that way. But that's the exact opposite for the masses, poor Nigerians who keep supporting, putting their lives on the line for these guys. That's we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation.